In this channel, we are no strangers to, well, the woes of royals and non-royals. And this time is Catherine, the Princess of Wales, who is making the rounds on the internet for, well, reasons, thanks to the New York Post. Kate Middleton, she's not Kate Middleton anymore. She hasn't been Kate Middleton for, what, years. Shows off a new blonde hair in joint public outing with Prince William. She's Catherine, the Princess of Wales. When are you going to learn? I know that you think that people still look, search in Google and write, type Kate Middleton. That went out of fashion for so long. I don't know, but people were pointing out this picture. Nice picture, besides William, and say that something is going on with her hair. My first thought was, well, it looks different, and I didn't notice that it was lighter than usual. And so many people, I was bombarded instantly with all the claims that this is a wig, and I said, well, I am the body language guy, but I am not I don't have a PhD in wigology. But even so, I said, hey, wait a second, but I don't know that much about wigs. But this certainly, maybe we can watch more videos and see more pictures to see what is this about. And I understand that maybe this is not the biggest deal in the world, but it seems that it's a big deal for many people. So let's get down to it and let's get to the bottom of this. So there's a nice video here. Thanks to Canal for this one. Isn't she so lovely? I miss hearing her melodious voice, and look how she perks up talking about the children. Now let the haters not realize that what they hoped was a wig because it was so full and bouncy. It's still her natural hair. Let's take a look at this. Make sure that my sound is all right and we can watch the clip. And there's the clip and the first frame of the clip. First frame, before playing it, I see the usual hair volume of Catherine. Nothing to see here, but still, well, let's play this.
They're getting big now. George is already in my shoes.
We had some beautiful, you know, the site was released officially. We had them blown up and put on the gates alongside their grandmother. And it's, everybody's so touched. We have them all down one side and the princess looking up at them here.
Such a lovely
And we had lots of photos there as well at the gates of Kensington Palace of your children.
So people are all sorts of theories about this, but in terms of volume, with this video, you know that a video is much harder to trick than any image. I see no big deal in here. Maybe it's the color. Maybe it could be the color. You know that. Well, right now we don't see as much volume in this, but one thing that has lighter colors, and this is a phenomenon that happens because of our perception. When something is darker, you have darker color, or you are wearing darker clothes, the clothes and everything tends to compress. It's like myself, I picked my navy jacket, which is the darkest one I usually use. And this usually compresses my figure against the background. You know that I have a lighter one, which is light blue. It also expands. It does the opposite. So maybe in this case, since she went really far with the light tone, almost like a blonde tone. I don't know what could this be called. Maybe help me in the comments because I don't know. I thought that this could be caramel, but I think it's too light to be caramel or hazel. I don't know which color is this, but it's not blonde by any means. But maybe the fact that it's blonde, it expands and it looked like it had more volume in that picture that we saw at the beginning. Let's see another picture. This, you see that there's a much better contrast and a nice gesture by William that those very unusual public displays of affection in which he is just putting his hand on her back, and we see that her hair is pretty much on point. I don't see that. I think that Well, William's hair is also on point, hasn't changed that much. But yeah, it is pretty much as we have seen most of the time. Lighter than usual, yes. I couldn't say that I like it, right? But it's not up to me. But maybe the volume change over the day can happen because it also rained a lot. You know what rain can do to anyone's hair, especially women's hair. When you have a long hair, how the rain can wreak havoc in a hair's volume. Maybe that's the reason. I'm pretty sure that you can help me in the comments. This is the kind of pictures I like. Excellent contrast, facial expressions. It's nice to see William happy and relaxed for a change, not with that tense neck that he has all the time, the tense jaw, the tension in the jaw. No, he has his jaw relaxed, his neck is relaxed. Catherine is looking at him. She's pleased that William is relaxed. It's nice to see them like this. It's really nice. We see other pictures, and I can understand because in other pictures it looks like her hair has more volume than usual. Again, there's so much change over the day, but yet again, they were visiting the Natural History Museum, New Gardens at the Natural History Museum in London, and it poured, literally poured. It was just raining cats and dogs. And maybe that's what, maybe the humidity in the air, maybe there's atmospheric phenomena that I cannot define and cannot understand how this affects hair. At the same time, I don't know if you want a close-up, maybe you need a close-up here. You know, if you can make a good use of this. I see hair as okay, so some roots. All right, and that's it. And there's the other thing that, oh yeah, she has been through cancer treatment. That must be a wig. But no, it's this cancer treatment has advanced so much in recent years that you don't necessarily need to lose your hair to treat your cancer. And I have to say, one thing that she has not lost, that for sure, is her smile. That wholesome smile that we are used to, that is so contagious and so wholesome. Again, I can understand, wow, how can she have such a full, how so much hair? It's that she's always had that much hair since forever. There's this very, 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 we could say very old picture, right? And you see that she had this thick amount of hair, and at the same time, to make things even more, how to say this, peculiar, this is also a picture from the same day. Notice how her hair volume is normal. Again, maybe that she was indoors, maybe that has changed the setting, maybe something changed. I love this picture, by the way. I was joking on X, on my Royal Rogue X account, and I used to play that song by Carpenters when I saw Catherine. You know that, why do birds? Yeah, the sun just hitting her hair, the translucency of her hair. You know that characteristic of the hair of letting just the right amount of light to go through, which is so amazing. Props to the photographer who took this amazing picture. We say that so many pictures are, according to Taz, chime in as well. Love this photograph by Aaron Chown. All the adults ran over to the children with coats and umbrellas trying to keep them dry, but you can see the children find it funny. How adorable. Yeah, it was so funny. And again, you can compare this picture, this photograph, from the very same day. Yeah, look at the Catherine. Look at her. Zoom on Catherine. What is going on here? Nothing. And I can understand going back to the very first picture that we saw, this picture, what is going on here? The two things, not only her hair is lighter and that expands, that makes her hair expand, and also it was a photo with, I could say with a 100 or 200 millimeter lens from quite far, and that makes your hair, that makes your face a bit fuller. Maybe that makes her hair a bit fuller. Maybe that's the effect that she had. But understand that this is the same woman, it's the same hair, and it's the same event, and we have two absolutely different scenarios and ways to see this. So maybe it's just a camera thing. Again, maybe I just wanted to trick you with the thumbnail and the title, but no, this was something that we sometimes need to talk about. This is part of the analysis that we do in this channel. How photographs, how cameras can make us perceive things that are not there, or not the right way. But sometimes people can choose to dye their hair in colors that, well, let's try something. But again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments, and also what do you think about what Catherine was wearing? It was amazing. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.